So with many forms of electric-powered transportation being developed, sometimes it's hard for companies to think outside the box and create something different. But a company named Colibri is hoping to change that with their M22, which is a folding electric motorcycle. So in this video, we're going to go over the details of the M22 and see if this folding electric motorcycle is going to change the way that we travel. So now, let's check out the Colibri M22. Colibri is a startup company started by Peter Georgescu, who's responsible for launching Hummingbird, which is a company that builds lightweight folding bikes. But about 5 years ago, Peter left Hummingbird to start Colibri, and he started focusing on another type of folding mode of transportation, and the result is the Colibri M22. The M22 is built around a chromoly steel cradle frame, and what really makes it different is that it folds into itself using hinges where the subframe meets the chassis and at the swing arm. Colibri says that when folded, the M22 is 35.4 inches wide and 51.1 inches tall. One thing to note is that the battery has to be removed in order to fold the motorcycle. This should make the motorcycle compact enough to fit in elevators, metro trains, escalators, and even to store in your house or apartment. The M22 comes with an inverted front fork and a rear monoshock. Both are adjustable, and the fork has about 100 millimeters of travel and the rear shock has about 80 millimeters of travel. The M22 is powered by a rear hub motor that's made by QS Motors and has 4 horsepower of continuous power and up to 21 horsepower in bursts, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the motor makes a peak output of almost 186 Nm of torque, which is more torque than some of the cars I've owned. The M22 comes with 3 speed modes: Eco, Dynamic, and Off-Road. In Eco mode, the top speed is limited to 20 miles per hour. In Dynamic, it's limited to 28 miles an hour. And in Off-Road mode, the M22 will go 60 miles an hour. And the bike uses a modular battery setup. It can run up to 3 batteries. Each battery is 1.7 kilowatt hours and provides up to 40 miles of range. The M22 comes standard with 1 battery, but you can purchase extra ones. So if running all 3 batteries, you have a range of around 120 miles. Colibri says that all the batteries can be charged at the same time, and they'll charge from empty to full in 2 hours and 10 minutes from a 240 volt power source. With 1 battery, the M22 weighs in around 114 pounds. And if you're fully loaded with 3 batteries, it's going to weigh around 174 pounds. The M22 has an overall length of 1,850 millimeters and a seat height of 785 millimeters. If you would like to order the M22, it is available through crowdfunding, and it's expected to start delivering to customers in August of 2023. It will retail for $2,800 for the single battery model, and at the time of this recording, I couldn't find any information on the cost of the additional batteries. So I really like the idea of the M22. It skirts the line between being an e-bike and electric motorcycle, and if it turns out to be a great product, it can open up as an alternative mode of transportation for many people. And even though I really like the idea of this bike, I do have a couple concerns. This bike seems to be in a gray area between an electric bike, scooter, motorcycle, and this could cause issues on how it's labeled by different countries and states. And if it's labeled as a motorcycle, then the rider would have to get a motorcycle license, registration, insurance, and a lot of other different costs. But if it's only labeled as an electric bike, then you can avoid those issues. But then you might have people who purchase it who have next to zero experience riding a bike that's capable of 60 miles an hour, which could be extremely dangerous. And my last area of concern is how well will the folding mechanism work in real life? It seems like a real pain in the rear end to pull out all the batteries, then fold the bike, then go where you need to. But even with all that being said, I'm really excited about the M22, and I really want to ride one to check it out. So what are your thoughts and opinions on the Colibri M22? Are you interested in this? Do you plan on buying one? Is there another company that makes something very similar to this? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great one. But a company called Colibri is hoping to change that with their M22, which is an electric powered... Oh my god, that's stupid. Okay. God.